Yo, yo, yo. Maybe I should turn the lights on. It's kind of dark. I don't know. I kind of like this vibe though. It's kind of cool. Anyways, welcome to the 32nd episode, to be honest. By now, you probably noticed my camera looks like dog shit, but the good news about this, I'm using a laptop, so it's got a, like a old school-ish kind of feel to it. So I like that, and I can just use my phone for notes. And I had this mic just sitting in my closet for years, not realizing I could record on my laptop. So I just feel like I've been cheating y'all as far as the quality of this content, but no longer. We're stepping up in the world. I know I've been on like a especially long hiatus lately. I was attempting after the last episode to get my brother in one of these, but he's in VA, I'm in New York, so I was trying to figure out like Skype or whatever. And I was just stalling out because I was like just trying to figure out all these different ways and nothing really clicked. So we're either gonna have to, find a way online that we can do it still. I feel like Zoom or something will be fine, but it's just a matter of like getting a subscription and all that. So I just been kind of pigeonholed by that and just working on a whole bunch of other stuff, man. Like it's tough being like a creative these days, honestly. Like I'm lazy too, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I be putting like so many hours into it. And it's like I put so much into like the music, but then that's time I'm not putting into like putting working like acting and like stand up and like all these other different creative avenues that I want to explore. Like I feel like I've just been really stuck on music and I'm trying to branch out a little bit more and of course still work on music, but the other aspects as far as like promotion and like social media content, like just posting consistently and making content to go along with the music, like different short films and stuff that I'm working on right now. So be on the lookout for that. I dropped The List, a short film on YouTube, kind of just like not really a short film, but more just like a comedy skit, I'd say, to coincide with the release of the Limitless album that I'm currently rolling out right now. So currently on track 2, track 3 coming out this Friday, 7/6. Lucky Left with Wu De Niro. Wu De Niro somehow is one of the only artists that I've consistently collaborated with outside of Gree. I don't know. It's not like I don't fuck with other people's music or I'm just very to myself. But me and Wu, I don't know. I don't know. We just cool like that, and I feel like we got two songs that's both super fire. So he do his thing. So I, I fuck with what he do. So I got him on there. Definitely want to collab with more artists though. Facts, gotta do that. We're gonna go ahead and jump into a few topics that I had written down for a while now. I might just have to speak from the heart, bro, cause I done forgot all this stuff. Make content. Hold on, bear with me. Let me look. Okay, maybe I didn't write no notes down. Dang, bro. Dang, chat. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yeah, a little bit of this. Michael movie was good. Did I talk about Obsession the last episode? Old Drake versus new Drake fans. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, I feel like I had a good point with that though. Anyways, we'll get to that. First thing I want to say, and I feel like I might have said this in the last episode, but Obsession is so overrated. Anyways, going past that, Iceman Ben came out a long time ago, basically a whole month and a half ago, and it's lit. We got two extra albums. I was just thinking like, dang, I would love a deluxe for all these albums, but he literally gave us three albums out the blue, so I gotta take what I can get, and I really like all three. At first, I really did not like Iceman on the first listen. I was on the way to work, so I was just tired and not in the mood. But then I heard Made of Honor like on the way to my second job, and I was like, okay, this fire. Habibti like on the way home. I was like I was crying in the car. It was a really nice ride, and hearing those really helped me appreciate Iceman. Yeah, I feel like deja vu. Like I said this already, but hopefully not. But yeah, I would give Habibti a 9.5 out of 10. I would give Maid of Honor a 9 out of 10, and I would give No, Maid of Honor is like, I'm lying. Maid of Honor is like an 8 out of 10. A light 8 out of 10. And Iceman, I'm gonna give that a 8 out of 10 too. Cause I feel like both of those albums have a lot of really good songs on there, but there are a few skips where I'm like, we didn't need that Drake. Like Little Birdie, I like that song actually, but nah, maybe not Little Birdie. What was this? That Chubb song, Don't Worry. Like that's a cool song, but it's like whatever. We didn't need that. Um, Little Birdie's cool, but what's another song? Goose, Goose and the Juice. I like. It's one song on Maid of Honor. Stuck, stuck like traffic, stuck. We're stuck. That song is just that song. I actually like that song, but that song stinks. I don't know, but all in all, he did his thing. Like, I apologize to Drake. I know I was shitting on you a couple of videos, but you really came back with a strong, project, strong way to come back, man. I'm genuinely proud to be a fan of you. And old Drake fans versus new Drake fans. I don't know where I was going with that, but I would say, um, I started listening to Drake around Views. So I feel like people who like Drake and similar with The Weeknd too, because y'all know I'm a big fan of him. Everybody likes their older stuff, but not their newer stuff. Where I wasn't really tapped into older Drake all the way, but I just knew of him because my sister and her family always listened to them all the time. But man, I've really come to love his music. Like all the new stuff, Views and After, like I've really been rock with them ever since. Oh, what was I gonna say about old fans versus new fans? I don't know. What do y'all think about old Drake fans versus new fans? Are y'all even fans of Drake at this point? Like, what do y'all think of these last few projects? Let me know in the comments. Um, Shout out the Knicks, you feel me? I know I said they were choke artists, so I want to apologize. Jalen Brunson is the truth. He made Wemby look like a midget. And it was crazy. I was not expecting them to win. They won in embarrassing fashion. And funny story, that game where they won or came back from down 30, I went to the city just to feel the atmosphere and see what it'd be like. I was going to Hudson Yards because they were having a free showing. And I get there, it's canceled. Private events going on. So I go to another bar, it's canceled there. Another bar, it's packed. So I finally find like an Irish pub and it just wasn't comfortable. Like it was a bunch of people sitting around watching the game and I had to squeeze in. So I was like a bit uncomfortable, but I'm watching the game, I'm chilling and they're down by 30 and it's just silent. No one's happy in there. Everyone looks stressed. I'm in there by myself, probably one of the only black people in the building. So I was a little nervous. Um, so yeah, I stayed there for a good bit, like a little bit after halftime, but then I left to go check out some other spots. And after that, I really couldn't find anything else good that was like showing the game. So I just went back home because as I was like on the way, like walking around, I noticed that they were blocking a lot of roads off. And I'm like, I need to get back to Penn Station. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm like walking all down these different streets. Everything's blocked off. And finally I get to a point where I can. So I'm like, let me not even take the chance of like this game ending and me like being stuck out here with millions of people. So I head back and as soon as my train takes off, the Knicks erase a 30-point lead and take the lead. I'm like, bro. And the thing with the train when you're leaving the city, right, wherever that stop from Penn Station to wherever you're going back to, wherever you live, you're gonna lose a little bit of connection on your phone for a good amount of time. So I missed those last few minutes of that game, and I was like stressing, like, gosh, I just wanted the Spurs to win because I was low key rooting for the Spurs. But I'm happy the Knicks won, honestly. But I just couldn't believe it, and like finally, my stream came back on. Didn't even matter. A bunch of Knicks fans was like screaming, celebrating on the train. So I knew they freaking won it. But that was crazy. Like, and I was sitting there chasing the fun. I should have just been watching the game, watching the magic. Like, that was truly a magical game. And I didn't have faith in the Knicks at all, especially not that game. But They proved me wrong. Shout out to them. Shout out Jalen Brunson. He's the truth. Um, what else did I want to talk about? It's a long ass video. Hold on. Yeah, I can't make these videos too long because my laptop is just a dinosaur. So I have to try and keep these kind of short. But I only have a couple more topics that I wanted to hit. Hold on, let me pull it up. I know I should be a little more prepared, but this is very impromptu, so I hope y'all enjoy this. Um, One thing I saw was a video on Instagram, of course, talking about basically how students are reading way below their grade level, and like people are just not able to read. And then I saw, another video talking about the people on Love Island, like just being like terrible grammar, using words incorrectly, phrases incorrectly, not knowing how to talk. It's just like, bro, like, and it's like, why is it's just like this Love Island is like the thing. Like, I get it's entertaining, but why are we pushing this stupidity and just ignorance? Like, why is that what's being pushed on like young adults and like, yeah, just the youth in general? Like, it's disgusting to me. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's entertaining, but I just wish people didn't care so much about it, honestly, or just not that people care, but just that they're so tuned into it. Because it's like, yeah, it's entertaining, but these people are literally idiots. They're idiots with a camera on them. Like, I promise, if you put a camera on you and your family, y'all would be way more entertaining and funny and more endearing and more intellectual than any of these people on TV. And it's a shame that, people on TV and all these um, platforms just push this ignorance, and it's really distasteful. But I just thought it was funny that I saw those videos and how they were talking about Love Island specifically, because I know that's kind of like a thing people are really tapped into. Last thing I want to talk about on this episode, on this 30-second episode, to be honest. I hope this mic sounds good. I can't wait to like edit it and see how it sounds. Dang, I know I took a screenshot. Oh yeah. So apparently lab grown meat is now FDA approved, and I'm sure it's been approved for a while now. But Tyson, the supplier of KFC and Taco Bell, which if you're eating either of those in America at this point, you don't love yourself. You don't love your body. But yeah, they're using lab grown meat. They're investing in lab grown meat, and it's not just them. McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell, Walmart, Great Value Chicken, Kroger, private label chicken. Now I like Kroger's chicken, but that's about to change. Yeah, McNuggets, KFC chicken, all that. It's possible that it's definitely coming from Tyson, and definitely could be some lab grown meat. Um, and they've been investing in it like lab grown meat for years now. So it's really a scary time to just be eating out. I want to strongly encourage everyone to go to your local food market, learn how to grow food for yourself. Like, I'm actively figuring out and just thinking of like ways I can do that where I live, just because it's so important. And these people are just shoveling all these chemicals and different things that do not belong in the human body, and it's all for profit and to just get rid of us. Honestly, it's eliminating us, and food is obviously something that we all need. So just be aware and be cautious of what you're putting in your body. Read your labels, and try to stay away from the bullshit. That has been the 30-second episode, to be honest. Shoot, I had an outro. Hold on, let me think. I had a fire outro. Dang, I should have wrote it down. Dang, hold on, I gotta find it now. Dang, oh my gosh, it's killing me. I can't find it. I can't remember it. Subit Dream Story Limitless. At the end of the day, something about the end of the day. Oh, this was it. Gosh, if I couldn't remember this, I was gonna be so upset. This has been the 32nd episode, to be honest. And remember, where there's a will, there's a way. And if it's God will, fuck, I fucked it up. Forgive me, God. I apologize. This has been the 32nd episode, to be honest. And remember, where there. Okay, hold on. This has been the 32nd episode, to be honest. And remember, where there's a will, there's a way. And if it's God's will, what more is there to say? God bless. Have a good night. Oh my gosh. Is this thing recording? Oh, now it's recording. Yo, bonus footage. Oh shoot, almost dropped something. Um, yeah, I feel like I kind of just shitted on Obsession, and there's valid reason for that. But ultimately, it wasn't a bad movie. It just didn't meet my expectations. Um, I loved the way it just looked in the trailer. I thought the concept was great. I thought it just visually looked great. So my expectations were really high, and so I was really excited to see it. And the plot just kind of let me down. I feel like they could have went deeper. I feel like they could have did more. I get that it was like a independent film or whatever. Like I can't remember, an indie film or whatever, and it was picked up by these bigger production companies. So I'm thinking like, okay, it's like kind of looking like a major film, major film backing type of thing, but kind of let me down on that end, especially on like I said, the plot, the script. I feel like it could have just went more into like, detail, and specifically about, you know, her loving him more than anyone in the whole world. It's like, yeah, okay, you love him to this extreme that no one else can know, but why does that automatically make you do all these things and just disregard all human logic? Like it's weird how, like, I don't know, I felt like it was just like reaching a little bit on that end as well. So I don't know, but I'm kind of nitpicking there, but I just felt like we could have just did more. We could have just did more with the script, more with the plot. um I thought Sarah just screaming and yelling and being weird the whole movie, like, she just didn't have to be weird, or she didn't have to start out weird. Like, it goes from like 0 to 100. Like, I love when a horror movie, and that's what was great about Hereditary. It like starts off slow, has this crazy bang, and still going kind of slow, but it's steady, like building up to this ultimate hill that's about to drop you straight down. That's what Hereditary did. Obsession just went from like 0 to 100, but the 100 is like an annoying, like, kid with autism just screaming in your ear for like an hour and 45 minutes. That's literally what Obsession felt like for me personally. I don't know if it was the theater speakers specifically that just made it sound so annoyingly loud, but it wasn't scary. I was just annoyed the whole time, and it was very predictable. Um, Dang, I'm shitting on Obsession again. I genuinely think this was a really good movie, but I just think it was overhyped. And to be brought by, Bloomhouse and whoever else was like the production companies behind it, set the expectations way too high. But I think, like, he's a YouTuber, and this not to discredit, him at all, because he did that. Like, he really did that. But I think if this movie was like released on YouTube, whether it be for free or it is pay-per-view, like, or it's like you have to buy it or whatever, I feel like the expectations would have been much lower, and it just would have like jumped and just been even. What's huge now? So I mean, fuck what I'm talking about. And it seems like people love the movie. I don't know if that's like some sort of social media campaign to, get more people engaged and like going to see it, or if people genuinely like this movie. I just didn't. It wasn't for me. But objectively, it's a good movie. I feel like, to be honest, if it was released on YouTube, it's an instant classic. But that's just me. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what y'all think of that movie Obsession. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's going to see it. If you like it, different strokes for different folks. I ain't judging, but just wasn't for me. But like I said, let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna holler at y'all.